What's up, guys? Boy Man Jones here, and we back here with another video. And this time we'll be doing our NFL Week 3 reaction. So look, we're gonna get started here. So before I get to the video, don't forget to put a thumbs up to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more option. And comment down in your opinion below and see what are your thoughts on my reaction and which you think teams will need to do better. So let's get things started here. So basically, we're gonna talk about the Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins are a disaster. Now, here's why. Now, the Dolphins have covered a big spread against the Bills, and they lost by double digits. Like, the Dolphins look like the worst team in football. Like, they are, though. Like, here's the thing. Now, the Dolphins have lost 3 straight games against the Colts, Patriots, and Bills. Now, the Dolphins, their defense is not playing really good right now. Like, basically, defensively, they're not looking good. Like, offensively, they were looking fine, but they're not looking good defensively. And the coaching has been really bad, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Like, give Mike McDaniel credit. I mean, he's doing a good job calling the offense, but he might deserve to be fired because he hasn't won a playoff game yet. And all of a sudden, so, yeah. Like, they gotta fix some areas. Like, the Dolphins' offensive line has not been playing really good. Like, they ran the ball better than the Buffalo Bills, but defensively, they're not been playing up to the task. Though, like, basically, they weren't able to do that. And Tua did not play really well against the Bills, which like they had the run game going, just that they couldn't get their passing game going. And Josh Allen looked better than Tua, and that's facts. Like, Josh Allen did outplay Tua. He did. So, yeah. And all of a sudden, the Dolphins, might look to rebuild because right now, the Dolphins, they're looking to trade everybody. I mean, there's a possibility that they could because, the Dolphins are dealing with the personnel. Like, you know, the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill, they could look to move him. And, they're not looking like a real threat right now. Like, I don't know what's going on in this team, but this team looks done. Like, it does. They look done because I don't think the Dolphins are going to do anything this year because now they're sorry. And, you might as well say the Dolphins might need to make some changes. Maybe they do need to fire Mike McDaniel. Maybe they do need to fire the GM, Chris Will Grier or something like that. And maybe they need to at least go through a change throughout the organization because this team's totally not wanting to win. So that's my thought on the Miami Dolphins. Now, I want to talk about the Cleveland Browns upsetting the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Browns did upset the Packers. Now, here's why. Now, as you look at it, the Browns, offensively, like, both teams offensively did not look pretty good. Like, it was pretty much a defensive game, though. Like, it was. Because at the end, the Browns end up, defense end up, I thought their defense played really well against the Green Bay. Like, they forced them in some issues. Like, as you look at it, both offenses were not really good. But you can both say that both teams, like, their passing game was okay, but not great. But both teams weren't able to run the ball. And, and I thought the Browns, they've literally sacked Jordan Love like 5 times. Like, they did. Especially with an injury on the offensive line that the Packers had. Like, they literally, like, the Browns, like, literally sacked, like, Jordan Love 5 times without an offensive line, which the Browns defense did a really good job with that. And Jim Schwartz had found a way to confuse Jordan Love, which he did a really good job doing that, though. Which that's good. Now, it was a defensive game, though, for sure, because both offenses have struggled to get something going as well. And, the Packers would have at least won that game, which they would have, though. Now, here's why. The Packers, could have at least won because, they were about to make a field goal, and all of a sudden they blocked it, and all of a sudden they gave the Browns a chance to win the game, and they made a field goal. So, yeah, the the Browns only won this game because of their defense, and they won by a field goal. And offensively, they found a way to drive down the field like they did. So you might as well give the Browns credit here. They deserve to get their first win. And Packers, I hate to say this, but I'm concerned that you guys are frauds because they lost to a bad Browns team, which I didn't expect it. So so that's a good win by the Browns there. Ooh, I want to talk about the Texans in trouble, and here's why. Now, the Texans, they're in trouble right now because, the Texans are now 0-3 right now, and they're starting the season off slow. Now, I want to say what's going on with this Texans team is that this Texans team almost looked like the worst team in football. Like I was saying that last week, they almost looked like the worst team in football last week because here's the thing. Offensively, they have struggled lately. They have struggled to run the football. And we know they can't run the football. And when they can't run the football, it is a struggle. Because bad offenses do tend to struggle on the road. Like they tend to do that, though. Now, I thought Jacksonville, defensively, they played really well defensively. I thought they found a way, defensively, the Jags really found a way defensively, to win them the game. Like defense was really fantastic. They found a way to give CJ Stroud issues. And offensively, I thought it wasn't pretty, but Jacksonville was able to move the ball against them. And the Texans, they were worse on offense. Like their run game was a disaster because we know they can't run the ball, and when they can't run the ball without an offensive line, it's a struggle. Because the Jags offense, offensively couldn't run the ball too, and they still won the game. But both teams were able to throw it multiple times though. So and the Texans had like 3 turnovers against the Jags, which that's crucial. Now the question is, I don't really know if the Texans, are going to be anything special because this team looks done to me because they do. Like, they're struggling offensively. They're not running the football. The defense is keeping them in some games. They need to score points, but offensively, they just been struggling to get something going, though. Because if I would have thought about it, though, the Jags could have at least blew them out, but that wasn't the case at all because the Texans started that game kind of sloppy and all that. And Trevor Lawrence made some plays and all that. Like, the Texans could have at least won this game for sure, but it all came down to to CJ Stroud throwing a pick, which that cost the Texans the game. Like, they had a chance to score in the end zone, but the interception cost them. Because, the Texans defense, they're totally not playing to the level that they should be because they're playing defense like, it's the worst unit in football. Like they are. Like they're playing like the worst unit in football because they're playing good on defense, but they're not playing good on offense, which that's concerning because their offense has been an issue scoring points. Now the question is, will the Texans be able to get their season back on track? But we just don't know. But it could be tough, but we'll have to see. So so I don't even know. Like, we're gonna see what happens. Oh, and now this next part I want to talk about is I want to talk about the Bears blowing out the Cowboys. Now, I'm literally concerned about this game because this Cowboys defense is atrocious. Like, brutal, like bad. Like, the Cowboys defense was very, very bad though on Sunday afternoon against the Bears. Like, think about what the Bears have done offensively. Like, think what the Cowboys have done. Now, Dallas, did struggle offensively to move the ball. And now I'm a little concerned now. CeeDee Lamb's hurt, and the offense did struggle to get something going in that game. Like, how does your offense struggle without CeeDee Lamb? Like, basically, Dak Prescott was horrible. Like, he was like he was atrocious. He was horrible. Like, like, you know, like 2 picks to the same player. Because like the Cowboys, isn't they were terrible. Like, how bad are they on defense? Like totally bad defensively. Like, they were giving up big plays to like Caleb Williams. Like, Caleb Williams was like shredding the Bears, like shredding the Cowboys defense. Like, you gotta get Ben Johnson credit because he did a really good job of the play calling, attacking, Matt Eberflus defense. Like the Bears offensively had the Cowboys defense sleeping. Like they did. They had the Cowboys defense sleeping. Like, the Cowboys wasn't doing nothing. They were tired out there giving up big plays. Like, Caleb Williams was being precise with the ball. He looked like the better quarterback than Dak today, this week, because Dak was terrible without CeeDee Lamb. Like, 2 picks to the same player, like one in the end zone, one where Pickens dropped the pass, and the ball lay in the hands of the defender. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's like bad coaching. Like, it's terrible. Like, bad coaching by Matt Eberflus. I mean, Matt Eberflus don't know what he's doing. Like, Matt Eberflus got to at least get back to the drawing board because his defense is playing bad. Because now they're saying the defense of the Cowboys is looking for answers, but how they're going to be able to respond, because now their defense is literally playing bad. Like, it's been playing as bad as it is. Like, how is this defense? How is this defense getting shredded? Like, that's where I went wrong. I didn't expect Caleb Williams to shred the freaking Cowboys. So as far as I'm concerned, the Cowboys are frauds, which they are. Dallas still can't be trusted on the point spread, not even against the Bears. Like, that's unbelievable, dude. Like, now I don't even know what the Cowboys. I don't know what's going on with Dallas right now. The Cowboys are dealing with injuries because Trayvon Diggs was playing, then he left the game due to an injury. Now he's questionable to play week 4. DaRon Bland's questionable to play week 4 as well because he didn't play last week. Like, this Cowboys defense is dealing with so many injuries, though. Like, this team feel like the most overrated team in football because of the injuries. Like, Trevon Diggs' game burnt like toast every other play. Like, he's getting shredded. Like, he doesn't even know what to do. Like, he looks lost. Like, the defensive front looks lost. They struggle to get pressure. They struggle to get quarterback hits. They struggle to get sacks. They struggle to rush the quarterback and rush the passer. They couldn't even do that against the Bears. Like, the Cowboys defense only had like 0 sacks against this Bears offensive line. Like, they did. Like, they couldn't get pressure. They struggled to do that. Because now without Micah Parsons, this D line has been struggling to get pressure, and it's been not looking good. Like, how do you not blitz? Like I've been saying this last week. Like, the Cowboys cannot get pressure when they don't blitz, and the Cowboys need to do that though, because as you look at the young guys like Dante Fowler, Kenny Clark, Osu Odighizuwa, Ezra Raku, like, how is your defense? How they're playing on the edge against the run, because most of them kind of look awful against the run. You just gotta put them in their natural positions. And I've been saying it's like the run defense is getting better though, but you can't really stop the run unless you crowd the box, and you can't cover unless you put everybody in coverage. So what is Matt Eberflus supposed to do defensively though? Like, what is he supposed to do? Because right now the Cowboys are struggling to cover good players. Like, they struggle against wide receivers, they struggle against tight ends. Like, that's like their biggest issue defensively. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get this fixed though, because it's getting bad for this team to have playoff hopes like Jerry Jones trying to think, because he thinks Dallas could be a playoff team, but he says, we just got to be better defensively, which they do though. But offensively, they've been looking good. Dak looks normal. The run game's looking a lot better. The passing game is looking a lot better, like offensively, like it has been. But they just got to get better on defense, because their defense has been struggling to hold up, like lately though. They struggle to hold up against the Bears, and Dallas couldn't come back on the Bears because offensively they did struggle to get something going, and they couldn't convert on third down on multiple drives, and the defense just kept giving up big plays. Like, I don't know if Dallas is going to be able to get their defense fixed right now, but I don't even see the Dallas Cowboys team going anywhere unless if Matt Eberflus can do something, and the Cowboys can get this defense fixed, then I'll sure be a believer. Because I do want to see this team finish above 500, but I highly doubt it. But we'll see what happens. Good win for the Bears. You might as well give the Bears credit. Caleb played awesome. You might as well give them credit. You might as well give Ben Johnson credit for the coaching, because I thought, they coached better than they did last week, because last week against the Lions it was terrible, but this week against the Cowboys it was a lot better. So, yeah. Good win by the Bears. Now, I want to talk about the Baltimore Ravens, because the Ravens blew this game. Like they did. Like, how did they blew this game by the Lions? Now, here's the thing. Now, the Ravens, they were terrible. Like, so basically, because here's the thing, because the Ravens defense has struggled lately, because they struggled against the Lions, because the Lions so far, they ran all over the Ravens like they did. Like, Dave Montgomery was tearing them apart, because both of the running backs of Detroit has scored twice. Dave Montgomery was tearing them apart. Now, as I look at the stats, as I look it up right now, let's see. So basically, Dave Montgomery had 151 yards, 12 carries, 2 touchdowns. And Jahmyr Gibbs had like 67 yards, 22 carries, and 2 touchdowns as well. So both running backs had. So basically, both running backs had 2 touchdowns. So basically, they did. Now, what's concerning about the Ravens is their defense was terrible against the run. Like, the Lions were running all over them, and the Ravens couldn't run the ball, which that's the issue. Because now, Derrick Henry, he had like. Like, Derrick Henry, he was like, he fumbled. Like, he fumbled and he cost the Ravens a game. Like, he did that against the Bills, and he did that against the Lions. Like, what's going on? Like, this man got to clean up. Like, you ran the ball, and then all of a sudden you fumble. Like, that's on you. Like, how do you fumble the ball? like the Ravens, like Lamar just got sacked like 7 times. Like 7 times. Like basically Lamar got sacked 7 times because he nearly couldn't handle the pressure. Like he started to run and all of a sudden he couldn't handle it. Now on the other side, Jared Goff was the more precise quarterback in this game. He was a more comfortable quarterback in this game. And he didn't take any sacks because the Ravens defense did not get pressure on the quarterback. Like they struggled to do that. Because here's the thing. The Ravens were missing two of their best players on defense, Kyle Van Noy and also Justin Madubuike. They're missing two starters on the defensive line, and all of a sudden, the Ravens defense did not struggle against the run. Now, the only reason why that it helped the Lions offense move the ball is because the Ravens were missing two defenders on the D line, and all of a sudden the Lions were still able to run the ball. And the Ravens secondary was healthy, and the Lions were, the Ravens defense gave up big plays, especially on fourth and short where the Lions went for it. Because the Ravens scored late in the fourth quarter. And all of a sudden, when it was an onside kick, the Lions ended up getting the ball and they ended up winning. Now, as you look at this, the Ravens were up 21-14, and all of a sudden the Lions start to jump ahead. And the Ravens did struggle to get pressure. They collapsed so badly. Like the offense struggled to convert on third down, multiple drives, and they punted. The Lions, they found a way to do it. Like you might as well give Detroit credit. You might as well give the new coaches credit because the Lions defensively had played a really good. The Lions played a really good game at the end. Like defensively, they played really good. Like getting after Lamar and getting pressure on Lamar. They found a way to stop the run in the game. Offensively, they found a way to run the ball and they found a way to throw the ball down the field. Like I like this game plan that the Lions did. Like the Ravens defensively did not have good game plan. Like their defense couldn't stop the run. Their defense nearly couldn't stop the pass. Like Lamar had some good throws at late in the fourth quarter. Which that's nice. Like they found a way to move the ball down the field. Like Ravens defense got to play a little bit better. Like they do. And Derrick Henry's going to have to clean up the fumbles. Because he's fumbling the ball twice this season. I don't know if he did it before, but he's got to clean it up. Defense got to play a lot better, though, now. I hope they get Justin Madubuike and Kyle Van Noy back sooner next week. I bet it'll probably help their defense play better against the run. But we'll see, because now the Ravens are sitting at 1-2, and they still got a long ways to go with this schedule, because their schedule right now is pretty easy, but it could be brutal. But I do expect the Ravens to finish. I do have the Ravens finish above 500 as well, which they pretty much will. So, yeah. So, basically, good win by the Lions. Well, that's my Week 3 reaction for this week. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget, if you disagree with me, just let me know in the comments below what you think of my reaction videos and see which teams you think they're going to do better. And you see if you think which team is legit and could be a playoff team. But we'll see. So, this is Emmanuel Jones, big fan. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.